Alright, looks like we're about ready to get started here. My name is George from the Survivalist magazine, for those who actually don't know me or have never met me before. In this presentation, in this training, you're going to learn exactly how to become happier, healthier, and naturally self-reliant right now. This is a very important topic because there are a lot of preppers, survivalists, and people that are trying to live off the grid right now who are not exercising the proper lifestyle choices that are going to literally cost them their lives when things start falling apart, because you're not going to be able to go out and get the information that you're going to learn in this presentation after everything hits the fan. So it's very, very important that you pay very close attention and stick through to the end, because I'm going to not just teach you what the problems are, I'm going to also teach you what the solutions are and how to start applying them right now today. So a little bit of housekeeping before we get started here, and that is that what you're going to learn is so very, very important to your well-being and also the well-being of your family and your survival group that you really can't afford to have any distractions right now. It's a very short presentation, so you don't need to worry about it. It's not going to be hours and hours and hours. So go ahead and just turn off your cell phone, make sure there's no text messaging, no Facebooking and Twittering, no emails, and take very good notes. And I'll tell you something, because I do try to get through a lot of information in these presentations, at some point when I start getting excited, sometimes I do speak a little fast. I'll just go ahead and apologize in advance, but do your best to take as many notes as you can possible, because what you're going to learn is an absolute game changer, and it will save your life when you need it the most, right now even. Now, this video is not going to be for you if you believe that Obamacare is the answer. And this is not a political statement, this is just a straight up fact. Obamacare is not the solution. If you believe that that's the solution to all of our life's problems, well, this is probably not the video for you. If you believe that our system will magically fix itself all of a sudden, if you believe that all you need is ammo and MREs, if you believe that FEMA or the UN, these are the good guys that are going to take care of you when things fall apart, to have your best interest in mind, this is probably not the video for you. Almost absolutely not the video for you. If you believe that hoarding survival supplies in your closet is enough and you're going to be able to make it just on that, that's not for you. And if you already know it all, and we all know these people that are out there who they know it all, and no matter what you try to teach them, they're not going to learn it, they're not going to internalize it, never going to use it. So if you're one of those people who know it all, just go ahead and disconnect the video right now, because you're going to learn some amazing information right now. So the first question I have for you is, are you truly in control? And this is very important for you to think about very carefully, because the harsh reality is that people that are keeping you in the dark and afraid, they know that this is the easiest way to control the population. And then the second easiest way is by taking all your hope and your ability to fight and survive away from you. That's why so many people right now are going through so many problems with, depression, and their lives are upside down. This is a systematic breakdown of society that's going to leave only the elite and the powerful and the people that are in control of the media, the ones that are going to have the best chance of survival. And I don't know about you, but that's not what I signed up for. That's not what I'm trying to survive for, because I want to be rebuilding society the proper way when things start falling apart. And that doesn't mean society around the world necessarily. That means society in my own community, because we just don't know what's going to happen. And by knowing the stuff that I'm going to teach you today, and by really being aware of these things, you can start that process right now, today. Now, this is already happening right now. If you don't see it already, you can see it on the television, you can read it in the news. These are things that are going on right now in our face, in front of our eyes, underneath our noses. So why is this so important? I really love this picture on a number of levels. The one main level is because it just clarifies exactly where people are at these days. They're tired. They're just tired. They just can't find the energy and the motivation to do anything anymore. And you have to ask yourself, how often do you feel like this? Most people feel like this daily. All day long they feel like this. And there's a reason for that, which we're going to get into in just a moment. And I have to tell you that ignorance is bliss. Even in the movie The Matrix, when the guy says, plug me back into the system and I just eat my steak, knowing that it's not really a steak and it doesn't exist, but it tastes so good. Do you think that the rich and the powerful, somehow they know something that we don't? I don't see them showing up, and eating fast food chains, and I don't see them showing up and doing things that are very unhealthy. They don't have unhealthy lifestyles. They go to the best doctors, and they're not usually doctors that you see at hospitals. They're usually private practice, healthy naturopaths, practitioners that give them natural things. They teach them about exercise and health and wellness, which I'm going to give you all those skills in this presentation, so you're going to know exactly what you need to start doing right now to start living that lifestyle. And you don't need to be staying in 5-star spas and retreats and stuff like that. You can do this right now today from your own home and experience the benefits from that. The recently I've gone back to a number of nursery rhymes and things that I'd read when I was growing up, and I'm realizing that this is a simple formula, and there may be something more that's hidden between the simple formula that's been passed down for generations for a number of reasons. The one is maybe so that what's happening to us today doesn't happen, but somehow we forgot a lot of these things. Now, most people remember these 3 words from nursery rhymes, healthy, wealthy, and wise, right? Early to bed, early to rise, keeps a man or woman healthy, wealthy, and wise. The very first one there is healthy. If you don't have your health, why even survive? Number 1, it's going to be very difficult to survive, and number 2, your life's not going to be worth surviving because you're not going to feel very good. And feeling very good, people sometimes beg to die when they're sick and they feel really bad. It's because it's a horrible way to go. So you need to have your health. And again, the people that know what's going on, the powerful folks they're moving the media, these folks, they're already healthy. They know what's going on with the world, and they're doing their best to stay on top no matter what happens. So if you have your health, now you have opportunities to grow your wealth. Because if you're sick, well, are you going to have opportunities to go out and work? No one's going to want to be around you if you don't feel very good. You don't have good habits. And not just mention that, if you don't make it that long, well, you're not going to get any wisdom. So it all starts with being healthy, wealthy, and wise. And start taking a look at these nursery rhymes and things that we learned growing up so you can start reading between the lines. You need to take action on this stuff now, or the fact is that you're not going to survive. Some people will sugarcoat it and say, oh, you can make it if you just go buy this little product, or, you have enough ammunition, or, get your 1-year supply of freeze-dried food and you're going to make it. Bottom line is, if you don't start taking action in your health right now, today, and if you've been living an unhealthy lifestyle, and I'll admit, I've gone to fast food restaurants, but I try to exercise a healthy, conscious living lifestyle because I want to be there on the other side, and I don't want something in my health that I'd been abusing my body to get in the way of me being able to perform when I need to perform. And bottom line is, you're just not going to make it. And I'll tell you how it is. I'll tell you straight up the truth, and that is, if you don't live a healthy lifestyle right now, no matter what happens, you're not going to make it, because you're not going to make it on the other side for very long. So after this video, you're going to learn exactly what you need to know to finally take control of your future and live a self-reliant, happy, and free lifestyle. And you've noticed I've used the word happy a few times, and that is because if you don't have your health, if you're not feeling well, if you're not operating at your top optimum levels, well, guess what? Your life is not worth living. And who's going to want to live in that kind of a world? I mean, we're already living in that kind of a world, but you can change that. Now, if you choose to do nothing with the information that we talk about today and what you're going to learn, well, there's going to be nobody else to blame when it all hits the fan. Because you've been warned, you've been taught in advance, and you need to take action. Preparedness is about preparing. It's not about reacting. So by buying stuff and sticking it in your closet, you need to start working on this stuff now. So the information that you're going to learn, the tactics, the processes, everything, the systems, you need to start applying this to your life right now. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to go and find the stuff on the internet when you need to. You're not going to be able to go order something with your credit card and have it shipped to your house magically. When things fall apart, you're going to need to know the stuff now. And again, health is the most important thing that you need to be focused on right now. Now, the fact is today that we live in an extremely toxic world, and there's all kinds of problems going around that no one seems to have a solution for. Right now, there's an overabundance of stress, and these poor lifestyle choices that were being sold by the media, they're killing good people. And when I say good people, both good and bad people are being killed, of course, but the good people are going along with the bad because they just don't know. We need enough good people around us to help us rebuild that society that we need to have and operate with when things do fall apart, because history does repeat itself, bottom line. And I'm looking forward to history repeating itself again, because we're in such a mess right now that I don't think the only way that we're going to fix this problem is by doing a hard reset of the system. And it's just inevitable. It's going to happen. The question is, are you going to be on the other end? Are you going to come out the other side healthy, wealthy, and wise when things fall apart? Now, you may already be experiencing these types of things in your life, not feeling well, feeling lethargic, just being tired, not having motivation, feeling like there's really no use, no hope. If you do, or you might even know other people like this, that's a slow death. These people are dying every single day, and you see it. It's all around us. But the good news is it's not too late, and that's the truth. The fact is that you're here, you're watching this video, you've been forewarned, and I'm going to give you all the tools and everything that you need to defend yourself against what's out there, what's affecting us on a cellular level even, so that you can make the proper decisions, because there is a better way, and we're going to talk about that right now. Dr. Andrew Weil, in his book, Why Our Health Matters, is a very important quote that he had, and I want you to really think about what he says. He says, "One of the consequences of general unawareness of the body's healing systems is that too many people lack the confidence in their own innate abilities to deal with common health problems." Just read that one more time. Too many people lack confidence in their own innate abilities to deal with common health problems. Instead of relying on the wisdom of their bodies, they basically go out and they seek attention of healthcare professionals that vastly overuse medical services. In a collapse environment, there will not be medical services. I hope you guys have read that in our magazine, or if you've been out there doing some research and you understand that that's a major problem. The majority of the population vastly overuses what we already have. And if things fall apart, if there's a collapse, it could be anything, even just a simple tornado disaster. There's not going to be emergency medical technicians coming to your aid every minute that you need some help. The hospitals may not even be open. And if you do, you might be waiting for days, or, with other people that are even worse than you are, sick, and you can end up contracting other issues. You don't want to be putting yourself in those kind of environments and those kind of situations. So you need to be able to take care of yourself right now, today. We did it 150 years ago. We didn't have these medical facilities that we have today. We didn't have all this stuff that we were relying on so heavily. How did we live? How did the population end up procreating and continuing on? It's because we knew how to take care of our bodies naturally with the stuff not that man made, but that God gave us. The answers are all around us, everywhere. You just need to know how to find them. You need to know how to use them. That's the most important thing. That knowledge is power. So the materials that we're going to discuss in this presentation, I need to let you know that they don't prevent, treat, or cure disease. Nothing that you can buy on the internet, nothing like that will actually prevent, treat, or cure disease, or on television. Your lifestyle choices that you make right now can help you prevent disease. That's basically preparing. The doctor treats symptoms and fix broken parts when they happen. There's no magical pill that you're going to take that's going to heal a broken arm or reset a bone, that type of thing. Your doctor helps you do that type of thing. But your body is the one that cures any kind of disease or any kind of dysfunction. We were built with a system to repair itself automatically. But when you abuse that system, it's not going to repair itself anymore. It's actually going to start breaking down and falling apart. And you can't have that happen, especially if you're trying to survive and make it through. So no matter if you have 10,000 rounds of ammo and 5 or 15 years worth of freeze-dried food in your closet, and you have the most amazing, luxurious bunker that you can survive in for 10 years without seeing a single human, it doesn't matter. Because if you're not living healthy, and we're going to talk about how to do that here in just a minute, then you're just not going to make it. Bottom line is you're just not going to make it. And that's unfortunate. So what you're going to learn today is you're going to discover how to strengthen your body's functions and systems to heal itself naturally. You're going to learn how to always perform in your daily life right now, starting today, at optimum levels, not even after a collapse. Of course, you can take this into the collapse with you and after the collapse on the other side, but you need to start living this lifestyle now, and you're going to learn how to do that. You're also going to learn how to feel better and have more energy. So if you felt like the picture of that little puppy that just couldn't get up, if you feel like that on a daily basis, you're going to learn how to fix that problem right now, today. You're also going to understand how to share what you learn with others that you care about, because they need to be doing the same things. And you might say, why? Because, in preparedness and on the internet, we're taught a lot of times that you don't want to share what you do with other people. You don't want to share that you're a prepper. Well, this is not always just about being a prepper. This is also about building a solid community. I want you to think about this. If you have a small survival group, just a few people, because you can't do this on your own, you have to have a few people that you can trust in. Whether that's me or other people, you have to have that small group, that support system. If you have somebody that's been training and preparing in the medical side of things, and they're not living a healthy lifestyle, and they make some poor choices that they end up costing them their lives even after the collapse, well, who's going to treat and help you deal with problems when they come up? Who are you going to turn to? So you have a communications expert, right? That's supposed to be taking care of all your communications facility stuff, and all of a sudden, they're super ill, and they're unhealthy, and they have a heart attack or whatever they end up having. Well, guess what? They're no longer going to be your communications expert. The same thing goes with your leaders, and the same thing goes with you and your family. Any kind of skills that you don't have, if you're going to be relying on someone else, this is one of the reasons why you need to teach this information you're going to be learning today to others, because we're all in this together. Now, you're going to discover also along the way that there's a community of other people just like you who have made a decision to live a healthy lifestyle free from GMOs, chemicals, and also these harmful side effects. Anytime you watch television and you see, this magic pill or that thing, if you listen to the fine print, when they read that really, really quickly, because you can't read it, of course, you'll hear these horrible things that could possibly go wrong. I mean, I'm not going to ramble off of these things, but just do that next time you hear one of those commercials. We're living in such a toxic world with so many harmful side effects that it's just a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And when our gene pool is so diluted, so toxic that none of us can survive and we can't procreate and recreate, we're going to go extinct. Bottom line, we need to take this into our own hands right now, today. No one's going to do this for us. And there's a very important reason why. If you follow the money, you'll see who benefits. Now, what you're going to learn in this presentation is not science fiction, it's science fact. The information I'm sharing with you, you can find in over 40,000 research studies. It's time to start making the important decisions for yourself and not leaving those decisions for other people. Even healthcare professionals who just say, just take this. Those are decisions that you're still leaving to somebody else. You need to be informed on what you're putting in your body. You need to be informed on the lifestyle choices and things that you decide to coexist with. Now, if you've had a hard time living a healthy lifestyle so far, it's not your fault. And I want to let you know that it's not your fault because there are powerful people that are profiting from this unhealthy lifestyle that's being sold to us every single day. You just have to follow the money. Well-educated professionals who've come forward recently have suddenly disappeared or are dead. If you don't know what I'm talking about, do the research. There are people out there who do not want you to be healthy because they don't want you to make it. They want their family and themselves to make it, no matter what happens, and to live a long, healthy lifestyle, but not the average person, not the preppers, because they know that we're a threat to their power structure. And if you don't think that whatever I've said so far is true, just Google it. It's out there. It's out there on many alternative media channels. And when you look at stuff, you have to look at the lowest common denominator. That means when something's being talked about a lot in media channels that are both respected and also ones that you might not have heard of, there's a very good chance that the lowest common denominator, there are some parts of that are going to be true. I'm not going to say that everything that you read on the internet is true because it's not, but I'll tell you that you have to read between the lines like we talked about a little bit earlier. So just Google it. If you don't think what I'm saying about people disappearing, they're talking about major corporations. People are disappearing when they basically blow the whistle on these people. So you need to take what you're going to learn here today and you need to apply it immediately to your life because the truth is we don't know if we're going to have much more time here. Don't wait around for January 1st to come to set another goal, to set another failed attempt at bettering yourself. Don't wait for that to happen because there's a good chance that we're not going to make it till January 1st again. We just don't know. I'm not going to try to instill fear in you, but I'm telling you the true reality, and the truth is you just don't know. So that's why you have to start applying this immediately to your life. Through all my research that I've done while putting this presentation together, and even way before this presentation, the answer has been right under my nose the entire time, literally. And I had no clue. My own ignorance kept me from putting this into my life for way too long. And now it's a daily part of my life. And I've actually been introducing this to other people in my own survival group that I care about, that need to make it through with me. Now, the solution that we're going to talk about right now has been used for thousands of years. It came way before modern medicine, and it will be here long after modern medicine and long after the people that are in power have turned to dust and ash. It's even been mentioned in the Bible over 600 times. The most sold book in the entire world, it's in there over 600 times. And you're going to say, oh, yeah, I recognize that when we start talking about it, but I bet you don't know what that's supposed to mean and how to use it. Again, the answers are right here in front of us. We have the tools. We just need to know how to apply them. And that is to use pure therapeutic-grade essential oils. Now, this is a natural healthcare solution that's been used for literally thousands of years. So what is an essential oil? Essential oils are natural aromatic compounds that are found inside plants. They're extracted through steam distillation or cold pressing. They're powerful, they're safe, and they have benefits without all the side effects because they are natural. Now, take a look here at these pictures. On the left-hand side, you're going to see this is a peppermint leaf. You might actually recognize that. And on the right, you're going to see this is a microscopic view of that peppermint leaf. And you'll see these little oil sacs. So when you squeeze a peppermint leaf and all of a sudden you smell peppermint, or when you peel an orange and you see that little spritz, sometimes you can see that, if you have sunlight directly on the orange when you're peeling it, that's the essential oils. That's this oil sacs releasing at that particular given time. This is where essential oils come from. They're everywhere. but you just need to know what to use. Of course, there's some plants that you don't want to distill and use the oils from, but the ones that you do, these are the ones we're going to talk about today. So just to give you an idea on how potent one single drop of essential oil is, 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is the equivalent to the peppermint found in 28 cups of peppermint tea. Essential oils are ultra potent, so you have to be careful, which we're going to talk about here in a moment. So what are some different ways you can use essential oils? Well, you can use them aromatically. That means you can diffuse them in a room to purify the air or change a motion. And in the coming slides, when I start teaching you exactly what oils you can use for what things, anytime you see an A, that means you can use that aromatically. You can use them topically, which means you can apply them directly to your skin, or you can massage them in for topical therapy. And if you see a T, that means you can use them topically. And you can also take essential oils internally, and you can consume them as dietary supplements for targeted wellness. There are people out there who will tell you that you cannot take essential oils internally. You can, actually. You can take a lot of essential oils internally. The problem is the people that are creating essential oils that are on the market, most of them, number one, are synthetic. So it says right on the bottle, do not take internally. When they distill these essential oils, when they concentrate the power of what's on that leaf, there are pesticides, there are all kinds of stuff that end up on these leaves. And you have to be very careful. And it's not just leaves. Sometimes it's bark, sometimes it's the skin of the fruits that we eat, which we're going to talk about here in a moment again. But there's a reason why you can take certain types of essential oils internally, and I'm going to teach you exactly which ones you can take internally and which ones you can't as well. Super powerful. Quickly about essential oil safety before we get further into this, that number one, we talked about already, they're very safe, they're gentle without side effects. You don't have to worry about, crazy side effects that you see on television. You want to make sure that you do keep them out of your eyes, your ears, and your nose, because they're very sensitive areas of your body. You want to dilute them with a base of oil that's vegetable based, not water, because oil and water don't mix, of course. So if you have sensitivity issues, of course, you can dilute those. So skin sensitivity is the primary safety issue that most people are going to have. So you can also make sure that you follow all the label instructions. So if something says don't take internally, well, of course, don't take it internally. Or if it doesn't say that you can take it internally, you shouldn't just assume that you can, okay? If it doesn't say dietary supplement. That's something else when you know, like the way that you read labels. When it says dietary supplement, that doesn't mean that it's for dieting or for weight loss. That means you can take it internally when you see things. Now, again, this is the little key that we talked about, the ATI for aromatic, topical, internal. But for skin sensitivity, you'll see they have an N, that means neat. That means you can put it directly on your skin without diluting. S means you need to dilute it if you have sensitive skin or young skin. And D means definitely dilute the oil because it's what we call a hot oil. And by the way, that's hot oil. That doesn't mean like a hair care product, a hot oil. I'm talking a hot oil meaning like you'll start to feel it kind of burning type of thing. So there are 3 main exposure pathways that you need to be aware of. The first one's going to be your lungs. Okay, most of us breathe. So that's the first way we get affected by things. We can smell them coming and be affected very quickly. Your GI tract, that's what you take internally, and also your skin, which is the largest. Your skin is the largest organ on your body. Just so you know, with your skin has the largest pores to take things through your membranes, through your skin, on the bottoms of your feet. And for a number of reasons, you can actually use essential oils on the bottom of your feet for children that might have sensitivity issues, or just people that might have sensitivity issues. That's a great place to get the oils into your body. But right now I want to talk about the GI tract, because this is where 70% of your body's immune system is actually housed. In collapse or disasters or even under stress, your body's immune system does not function properly, and there's going to be a lot of stress. So you want to make sure that your GI tract has been taken care of, and that's why I recommend that you only use essential oils that you know for a fact that you can take internally and not have some major problems with it, because that's where 70% of your body's immune function is going to be used. And as you're going to learn here in a moment, there are several oils that do some amazing things for your immune function, which you're going to be able to learn about. Now, real quickly, this is a support structure, okay, for optimal immune function. And it's not just about essential oils. This is about a lifestyle change as well. So there's 2 main sections to this, and that is, if you look at the very bottom, the green, you got to eat right. Crap in, crap out. You put stuff in your body, you are what you eat. All right, that's the first thing that you can start changing today in your lifestyle and your environment. Start eating right. That means if you look at the price between conventional and organic, or something that you naturally grow yourself, or the farmer, the price is not all that different. Actually, if you go straight to the source, go straight to the farmer, you grow your own food, that's the cheapest way to do it. That's what we try to teach, right? Being self-reliant. So you need to know where your food's coming from, number one, and eat the right foods. Number 2, you want to make sure that you exercise. If you feel like tired, if you exercise and get in the habit of exercising at least for a week, just push through the pain a bit. you're going to find that you feel so much better. You have so much energy just from that alone. Very important. And your body's going to react when you need it to react because it's going to be used to those different motions, that different range of motion when you need it. You need to start resting, and you need to start managing stress better. Your immune system is compromised primarily by lack of rest and stress. So you have to start, early to bed, early to rise, healthy, wealthy, wise. Remember that? You want to make sure that you start living that lifestyle. That's going to help you right now today. You want to also start reducing your toxic load. There are toxic products all around us, not just stuff that we eat by going to fast food or drinking something that's, brown and bubbly that you don't know where it came from. And you can't read the ingredients because there are no ingredients, on those little soft drink containers. There's other things in your environment like carpet, like paint. Just you're surrounded by toxic things on a regular basis. It doesn't have to be just cigarette smoke or anything like that. Carcinogens, they're around us every single day. Even sitting in front of the computer for too long can be bad. All right? Anything in excess is bad. Now, when things go wrong, what do you have to do? Well, you have to fix them. That means by having informed self-care, you can start being self-reliant in those situations that you need to know about, like Dr. Weil said. And then you have to have proactive medical care. That means don't wait until you're sick to go to the doctor. Start taking care of yourself now, today. As preppers, the thing that makes me feel so sad is I see a lot of people that will get, the magazine, that we put out, or they'll go buy a book, or they'll buy a product, and they put it in their closet, and they wait for the end to come. That's the wrong thing to do. You need to be using these products on a regular basis. Now, of course, some things you're probably not going to use as much as you would on a daily life type of basis, where you're going to have to chlorinate your own water and everything. You still need to know how to do that type of thing. But when it comes to health, this is stuff that you have to do right now. You can't wait for this to happen, like for things to fall apart before you start taking care of and managing your health. That's the wrong thing to do because you're just not going to make it, bottom line, like we talked about earlier. You have to be proactive, and proactivity is about prepping. So we're going to talk about right now the 10 essential oils that you need, which are composed of 6 single oils and also 4 oil blends. Now, just so you know what an oil blend is, some oils, if you want to have something that's more potent and covers like a broader spectrum or an umbrella of an issue. So, for example, we're going to talk in a little bit about a respiratory blend. So it has all the different oils that help with respiratory function and systems in one blend. So that helps you, it's for targeted wellness, but it's more of an umbrella. It covers a lot of other issues. So that's the difference between single oils that you might recognize names for and different types of oil blends. And this is something that every family, every prepper, every survivalist, any self-reliant person that's self-respecting, you need to have this stuff right now, and you need to start using it in your daily life. So the first one we're going to talk about is going to be lavender. Now, most people recognize what they've heard of lavender. Lavender is a color, as well as it's a plant. It's been used in a lot of different ways. Now, lavender typically you can use it to diffuse in a room, or you can apply it topically to calm anxiety and soothe emotions. A lot of times you'll see lavender being put in different kinds of salon products or bath products. Baths, typically when you see someone talking about, I want to take a bath, they want to take it to relax. Okay, lavender helps with that process. Or say someone has a hard time sleeping. They actually make pillows that have lavender. Now, I don't know if they're synthetic or they're, it's real lavender being kind of put in there, but it's something, again, these have those quality, this particular oil has that quality to it. Now you can apply it topically to soothe irritated skin and lips. I've done that a lot, which is amazing. You can massage it on the back or your bottom of your feet if you have problems sleeping, or you can put it on your pillow at bedtime. You can also apply it immediately to help calm reactions to things like bee stings and bug bites, which are going to happen a lot. Very, very important to have that in advance. It's widely used for its calming and relaxing qualities. It soothes occasional skin irritations, helps skin recover quickly, which I've used, in many sun damage situations myself personally. It also eases muscle tension. Lavender is an amazing oil. We use it every single day in my family. You can use it aromatically, topically, internally, and also you can use it neat without dilution. We're going to talk about lemon right now. Lemon is another one that's very, very important. Now, there's something to know about lemon essential oil. Any kind of citrus essential oil doesn't last for a really long time, especially for preparedness purposes. It's meant to be used within 6 months, typically. It starts to lose its medicinal potency after about 6 months. So you can't just buy the stuff, stick it in the closet, and just hope it's going to be there. You have to, this is one of those oils that you need to use. The majority of oils actually last for a really long time. We're probably going to discuss this a little bit later, but they actually found essential oils in King Tut's tomb. Okay, they go back a long time, and if you keep them properly and you store them in a cool, dry place, they'll have almost an indefinite shelf life, which is what we want as people that prepare. You want to have a cache of stuff that you can rely on, but you want to also be using some of that stuff today. Essential oils are the thing that you want to use for that. Now you can add lemon to a drop of honey and soothe the dry throat. That's going to happen a lot when you don't have much water. Also, you can diffuse it in a room to neutralize odors, elevate moods as well. You can use it to clean kitchen counters and stainless steel appliances. It also works really, really well on stainless steel on your car, believe it or not, and also silverware, amazingly for that. You can take it internally with water as an antioxidant and detoxifier, which helps ward off the free radicals with antioxidant benefits. Some people who have done detoxification programs before in the past, they know that there are many detoxification programs that basically just require you to drink a lot of lemon water. That's it. Like squeeze lemons in water, and that helps you go through the detoxification process. Remember how we talked about distilling down essential oils? An essential oil is so much more potent, hundreds of times more potent than just drinking lemon water. So it has amazing detoxification qualities. You can use it to cleanse and purify the air and also community surfaces. So you don't have to worry about getting those creepy crawlies, all over you. You can use it to naturally cleanse the body and aid in digestion, which is really, really important, especially with eating a year's supply of freeze-dried food and stuff that probably is older than you are or could be older than you. It also supports healthy respiratory functions, promotes a positive mood and cognitive ability, and also soothes an irritated throat. I could tell you this. I use wild orange almost daily, and sometimes I use lemon as well. Just using that alone elevates my mood. I thought that this used to be a little bit kind of like, foo-foo, sure, essential oil smell. It's like perfume. It's not. This is medicine. This is nature's medicine. And if you feel down, if you feel lethargic, if you feel sleepy and tired, using lemon or using wild orange or any of the citrus oils will perk you up so fast. And we're going to talk about another oil here in just a second that will do that even faster, and that's peppermint. Peppermint basically cools and invigorates your body. Now, peppermint, if you use it with lemon and water for healthy, refreshing mouth rinse, this is something that you're going to need to use anyway, because you need to start taking care of your body at the point where digestion starts, which is in your mouth. So by using this instead of that stuff that you're getting probably at the pharmacy that has, alcohol, the stuff that basically says this, you read your label on your mouth rinse, and if it says to you, if you drink more than a pea size or a teaspoonful of this, swallow it, contact a poison control center. You don't need to be drinking that. You don't need to be putting it in your mouth, okay? You can use essential oils to basically create your own mouth rinse. You can actually use essential oils to create a lot of the things that you have around your house that you use on a daily basis that's non-toxic, non-harmful, and it will actually work faster in a lot of cases than the stuff that you get out there over the counter, which is amazing. You can also inhale it deeply to invigorate your lungs and increase alertness. So if you're bugging out from one place to another, or say you're driving, even I've done this many times when I had to drive overnight, the red eye type of situation, I would just take peppermint and I would pop a couple peppermints, not the mints themselves, but a couple drops every so often, and it just kept me like so awake. Or just put it in your hands, rub your hands together, and then take a deep, deep breath. It just will invigorate you and keep you alert when you need to be alert. And you know that that's going to happen at some point in time. You're going to need that. You can add it to water in a spray bottle and mist your body when you get overheated. You can also apply it to your neck and your forehead along with lavender to calm tension. And there's going to be a lot of tension in the world if there's not already right now. And until you start using the oils themselves, then you don't really know. If you've never used essential oils in the past, and I found that there's a lot of people that actually have that I didn't know much about this when I got into it. It's amazing, the results. It's not snake oil. It's not one of those things like, yes, this will, help regrow hair. It's not like that. This is real stuff, and you need to be using this on a daily basis now. That's why I'm teaching this to you. So you can also use peppermint to promote healthy respiratory function and clear your breathing. It alleviates occasional upset stomach, and also it's used in a lot of toothpaste and chewing gum for oral health. Like we talked about, making that mouth rinse for yourself. There's a reason why we're so familiar with peppermint, and it's usually nearly 98% of the time synthetic peppermint, which I will get to in just a moment to show you exactly what kind of essential oils you need and where to get them, so you can get an idea of what's good and what's bad to be careful of. Melaleuca is another oil that's also known as tea tree oil. Melaleuca is the actual real name for the the plant, but some people know it as tea tree oil, and it's really used in a lot of first aid situations, especially for the skin. So you can apply Melaleuca to your skin as part of a daily cleansing program, which it promotes clear and healthy complexions. It also can be used in shampoo or conditioner for healthy scalp and hair. You can apply it to your feet and your toenails after showering or swimming or working out, especially in community type of situations where there's some fungal problems out there for sure, especially if you go to the gym a lot. So you can apply that to help ease those issues. It's also renowned for its cleansing and rejuvenating effect on your skin. Promotes healthy immune function, protects against seasonal and environmental threats. It soothes minor skin irritations, and also helps purify and freshen the air. Anyone that's ever smelled Melaleuca knows that it definitely does help you purify the air. So that's something you should keep that in mind too. It's something we don't talk about in survival and preparedness a whole lot, but it is a very big problem. Oregano is the next oil that we're going to talk about, which is probably the most recognized for its properties, for its medicinal properties. Number one, you can take several drops of oregano in an empty gelatin capsule for periodic immune support. It has so many amazing immune supporting properties, oregano does. You can also dilute it and apply it to the bottom of your feet to your kids or adults as a natural defense. There's some things I can't say, like I can't quote any diseases. I can't say anything specific, but I can tell you this. I went down for the count for like a week with something really, really bad. I used oregano, and I was up in like 2 days when the doctor told me that I would be down for like 3 weeks. So I'll tell you this, that it does support the body's immune system and helps fight to do the right things without those side effects. And that's personal living experience. And that's when I called the guy that told me I should get some because I got it, basically. And I said, okay, I'll put it in my closet. So I put it in my closet for like 6 months until I got sick. And then all of a sudden, when I used it, I was just floored. And I called him back. I said, you got to tell me more about these essential oils, because I wasn't really sure. I was on the fence. I thought, well, I'll get some just in case I'll have them. And then I've been using them every day of my life since then, because I realize what I was missing and the power of these oils. So you can also use oregano as a part of a monthly cleansing program for GI health. Remember, we talked about your GI tract being the most important thing you can do for your immune support system. You can also use it as a powerful cleansing and purifying agent. It provides immune-enhancing benefits, supports healthy digestion, respiratory function, and is also an excellent source of antioxidants. Super, super important. Now, as you notice on the bottom, this one has a D on it. D means you need to dilute it. That means you need to have that carrier oil. We recommend like fractionated coconut oil is a great oil to use. Basically any kind of a vegetable-based oil you can use, but we recommend the fractionated coconut oil because it's the most pure form, and it's not going to start to change the composition of the oils as you mix them up. Frankincense, which is something that you might recognize, especially if you read the Bible or have read the Bible in the past, or attended church or anything like that. Frankincense is the king of oils, and they call it the king of oils for a number of reasons. Frankincense was actually worth its weight in gold, and if anyone's read that story, that biblical story where the wise men came to visit Jesus, of course, with gold and frankincense and myrrh. Myrrh is also another essential oil. So as you can see, if you're going to give someone gold, you're going to give them something that's going to be probably just as valuable. Frankincense and myrrh were another two items at the time that were just as valuable. So you can use frankincense to clean and soothe minor cuts and scrapes. It supports healthy immune function. And also you can use it with a carrier oil for like radiant skin. There are a lot of like high-end beauty products out there that have frankincense in it. Again, most of that stuff is going to be chemically created, but frankincense is one of those things that you can use for skin rejuvenation. You can apply it to the bottom of your feet or use internally with supporting the immune functions of the body. You can use it with lavender and peppermint to calm stress and tension. You can also use it to promote cellular health, and it promotes feelings of peace, relaxation, satisfaction, and wellness. That sounded a little bit woo-woo to me when I first started reading it, but I can tell you this. I have used frankincense so much, especially when I don't feel very good, like emotionally, and it does do exactly what I'm telling you to do. It'll bring you up. I can't explain it. Anyone that uses essential oils knows that they're super powerful, and I'm the biggest skeptic out there for a lot of things, and I was so floored by frankincense that's why I'm here today sharing this with you. So when in doubt, use frankincense, because you can use it so many different ways, especially when it comes to minor cuts and scrapes, because that's going to happen all the time. Muscle and joint support. This is when we start getting in some blends. So there's a number of blends we're going to talk about right now. When you're overusing your body systems and functions and structure, you're going to have muscle point problems. You're going to have failures, actually. You're going to have joint problems as well. And if you're already experiencing this in your life, you're going to be completely floored when you start using the muscle and joint support blend. You can apply it directly to occasional tired joints. You can rub it on muscles before and after exercise to reduce discomfort. It soothes sore muscles, achy joints, of course. And also you can use it with a carrier oil if you want to use like a deep tissue therapeutic massage. By using these oils that are in this blend, it also helps promote healthy circulation. So if you have circulation concerns, this is an oil that you can use. Now, as you can see on the bottom there, this is the oil list that it contains. It has wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, German chamomile, helichrysum, and osmanthus. Now, you can get the blend itself, which has already been blended up for you properly, or you can take all of these different oils and you can make your own blend from them. So it's totally up to you, but that's something I just want to share this with you. By the way, too, if you look at the bottom, it says topical, and also you want to use it, and be careful if you have sensitive skin. It doesn't say to take this one internally. You definitely don't want to take this one internally. Now, it won't kill you, but you don't want to take it internally because it's not what it's meant for. So again, you want to read the label on that one. Respiratory support blend is another very important one, and that is you can use it topically to maintain clear airways and breathing. You can diffuse it, or you can add it to a humidifier at bedtime for more restful sleep. You can apply it to your chest or the bottom of your feet for occasional respiratory discomfort. It also basically supports overall respiratory health and helps minimize the effects of seasonal threats. And there are a number of different seasonal threats, whether it's spring or fall, that we're having to deal with on a regular basis. So this respiratory blend contains laurel leaf, peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree oil, remember the Melaleuca, lemon, ravensara, and cardamom. All right, you can take this aromatically, topically, and also you want to make sure that you dilute it. But again, this is another one that you don't want to take internally. Digestive support. Just by its name, you know that you're going to be taking this one internally, or at least you can. So you can rub it on your stomach, even on the outside, to ease digestive discomfort, nausea, and motion sickness. You can take it internally at meal times to support healthy, comfortable digestion. You can apply it to the bottoms of your feet of children as well to help with their digestive issues. It aids in digesting lots of different types of foods, especially spicy foods that people have some, reactions to in a lot of cases. It soothes upset stomachs. It also helps you maintain that healthy GI tract. Now this contains ginger, peppermint, tarragon, fennel, caraway, coriander, and anise. You could take it internally, topically, aromatically, and you can also use it without dilution. Then we have the protective defense blend. This is, again, with not having facility to go out and just have a medical professional being on hand anytime you want to make sure, number one, you're supporting your immune system, but you're also defending yourself against the little soldiers that you can't see that are coming into your life on a daily basis by just touching things, by breathing things. And this is where you can use the protective defense blend. Now you can diffuse it in a room to reduce environmental threats, energizing and uplifting. That's got an amazing aroma to it. You can dilute it in a spray bottle to clean doorknobs, telephones, and other community surfaces. You can dilute it and gargle it in the morning or at night as a protective mouth rinse. I'd recommend taking several drops in an empty gelatin capsule for added immune support. This is one of those things that I took when I just was on my back, flat on my back for a couple, it was supposed to be a couple weeks, ended up being a couple days. Completely floored me, like in my mind. I couldn't believe it, the amount of responsiveness that I had, and that's why, again, we're talking about this. It supports healthy immune function, purifies the skin while promoting healthy circulation. Now, the protective defense blend contains wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. Now, you notice there's a lot of different oils here in these different blends that we're, not talking about, that are not in the 10 that we're talking about today. There's actually quite a few that we'll talk about in a moment. There's actually over 60 essential oils and blends that you can use on a regular basis. Here are just some of them. You got arbor vitae, basil, bergamot, I think is how you say that, black pepper, cardamom, cassia, cedarwood, cilantro, cinnamon bark. Cinnamon bark is amazing. Again, one of those things to take if you're flat on your back, with the creepy crawlies. That's one of the ones that I took. If you have respiratory issues, you can go down, like eucalyptus is one of the great ones for that. Fennel, that's good for digestion. Frankincense, which we talked about. And as you can see, the list goes on and on. Helichrysum is, we're not going to get to talk about helichrysum today, But helichrysum is an oil that every prepper should have in their survival kit, in their bug out bag, at home. It is and I'll tell you what, when you get the chance, ask me about helichrysum. And it's just amazing, the results of what helichrysum can do. And of course, you've got the other ones we talked about: lemon lavender, lemongrass, lime, melissa, wintergreen, ylang ylang. I mean, they're all here. All those 60 oils, the primary 60 oils. And then there's a number of other blends that we don't get a chance to talk about, like for metabolism, help speed up your metabolism and help you work with detoxification in different ways. And just so you know, a lot of these oils, not every oil, but a lot of oils can be used with your pets too. So if your pets have issues that they need to deal with, I'm putting together another presentation just for pets and essential oils so you can understand that, because a lot of people are taking their pets with them when things get bad, because they're a member of the family. So it's something to keep in mind. This doesn't just work on humans; it also works on a lot of other mammals as well. So how do you choose essential oils? Remember before we talked about a lot of things being synthetic? Well, this is a pie chart to kind of explain to you the different grading systems of essential oils. So there are 4 primary grades. There's synthetic, which is just made in the laboratory. It's supposed to emulate the natural essential oil. And just so you know, essential oils are the basis of all modern medicine. Anything that's synthetic that's out there is tried to emulate essential oils. But because that part of our society cannot patent the naturally occurring compounds found in nature, they can't patent it and sell it and copyright it, if you see what I'm kind of getting at. So they have to make their own synthetic version of that so that recipe, so to speak, is patented. No one else can take it, and then, of course, they make their money through the litigation process. That's why you see so much synthetic things in our lifestyle today, because that's the only way they can protect their intellectual property, right? It's very intellectual of them to kill us. So then you've got food grade, which is another misconception. Food grade doesn't mean you can eat it. That means it's just food grade. You don't want to necessarily take those food grade. Then you have a smaller version, which is therapeutic. Now, obviously, this is starting to head into the medicinal benefits, right? Therapeutic essential oils. It's a little bit smaller on the pie graph, a little bit better for you, more potent for sure. And then if you look, the 100% pure therapeutic grade. These are the ones that you can take internally. If it says to take internally, you can take them. Nothing else on this pie graph you can take internally, and you have to be very, very careful about that. There's a number of reasons why I go with this 100% pure therapeutic grade. I'm going to tell you right now. Number one, this is how the grading standard is. In order to be certified pure therapeutic grade, the oil needs to be pure. That means it needs to be natural with no artificial ingredients, fragrances, or fillers. It can't be diluted. You want to make sure that when you get your essential oil, it's not diluted, it's 100% pure, nothing artificial in it, nothing at all. That's the only way you can take it and use it properly. That's the only way I would trust it. The grading system also, for 100% pure therapeutic grade, it's safe. It's certified to be free. No pesticides or chemical residues. It's potent, standardized, and active compounds. One of the important parts is to make sure that the oils that you use are third-party tested. Some companies will come out with a essential oil line or something, or even just a couple oils, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, we tested in-house. No pesticides." That's kind of like the Federal Reserve saying that they're not insolvent, right? That's kind of like Fort Knox saying, "Yeah, all the gold's here, but you don't need to see it." So it's like, really, where do you draw the line at trust there? So you want to make sure that the oils that you get are tested by third-party sources and verified. So why choose 100% pure therapeutic grade oils? Well, here's the reasons why. Number one, this grading standard also makes sure that the plants are grown and harvested in their natural habitat. People can go out and buy a plot of land, like say in the Pacific Northwest, and they can grow lavender. But that's not where the most medicinally viable lavender is grown. It's actually grown in the south of France. Recently I had the opportunity to go out and tour some of those fields, and it was amazing to see that. But on the other hand, the Northwest in Washington State is where the best peppermint is grown as well. So there's different things that the place where it's the most medicinally viable, that's where you want to make sure the plant is harvested. Now, each liter of this oil undergoes multiple third-party laboratory testing, which is what we talked about. Now, these tests ensure that the oils are pure, they're genuine, authentic, they're not synthetic, and they're potent. So 100% certified pure therapeutic grade is beyond organic. It's verified pure free of fillers, pesticides, and foreign contaminants. This is the oil that you're going to want. So what you've just learned in this class will improve your life, but only if you're willing to take action. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to go ahead and help you change your life right now. But before I share, there are 5 bonus gifts that I want to give you before taking action right now. So bonus number 1 for those who take action right now is a free wholesale club membership. This is going to give you immediately starting today 25% off every oil that you buy that's 100% pure therapeutic grade, like we talked about before. The lifetime retail value of this membership alone is over $575. And again, you get this free for taking action right now. Bonus number 2, you actually get the opportunity to participate in the loyalty rewards program, kind of like a frequent flyer program. So when you buy your oils on a regular basis, you actually earn points back to get free oils every single month. So within the first 2 months, 3 months, you actually end up getting 10% of every dollar you spend back in that membership. 4 to 6 months, 15%, all the way up to 30%. So imagine not just taking 25% off the oils, but they give you on top of that another 30% back in free dollar for dollar product credits. That's like getting 55% off your oils every single month anytime you order. Now bonus number 3, you're going to get a private ordering and personal website that you can share with other people. We know that a lot of folks, even in our community, they don't want to share what they have, and they don't want people coming to them for advice a lot of times. The great thing about this is you can actually just refer people over to this private ordering site, and not just for them, but for yourself. As we talked about before, there's some issues that some people have that they might not want other people to know that they have, like medical problems. And this lets you have this private, very discreet way of ordering as much oil as you want whenever you want to order. So you can stockpile them, you can use them on a regular basis, and you get that personal website that you can also refer other people over to. Now, if you had to have someone build this website out so that you can actually help other people in your group get healthy as well and start using the oils, you'd spend probably $2,700 or more on a professional web designer to do that, just so you know, because it's really, really, really high-end website with a lot of articles on how to use the oils as well. So again, you're going to get this free by going ahead and taking action right now today. Bonus number 4 is you get unlimited private strategy and planning calls. Now this is the place where you're going to want to get all your questions answered. It's private and confidential. It's not like a big conference call where you might ask something and maybe be a little embarrassed to ask something. This is a private thing, so we can actually work together on building out your private strategy. You get all the tools for strategy and planning. You also get the chance to learn more about using the essential oils on an everyday basis, not just now, but also after it all hits the fan. Plus you get added resources and training that we add from time to time. We're all in this together and we want to help, and it's yours for free for taking action now. This is an outstanding bonus. Remember before we talked about using the essential oils aromatically? This is how you make that happen. This is the bonus petal diffuser. Now basically this diffuser permeates an ultra-fine mist that is put into the air that releases the aromatic and therapeutic benefits of the 100% pure therapeutic grade oils quickly and safely, especially for the oils like the respiratory blend and some of the other ones like that as well. This is the one that you're going to want for sure, and this is free for taking action right now. Now, here's the essential oils kit. You have the frankincense, which has a retail value of $93. You get 250 drops. Remember how potent we talked about the oils being? If you work that out, it's actually to 37 cents a drop. That's it for this oil. And all you need is one drop in a lot of cases. You have the lavender. You've got the lemon. We've got melaleuca. That's the tea tree oil. You've got oregano. We've got peppermint. We've got the respiratory blend. We've got the digestive blend, the protective blend, the muscle and joint blend. And then you start with the bonuses. You get your bonus membership, the private website, loyalty rewards program, personalized training, and the petal diffuser. Now if you added this all up, it's 2,335 drops worth of essential oil, which has a total retail price with all the bonuses of over $1,010. Alright, now anyone that knows me knows I love to go above and beyond, so I'm going to go ahead and give an added bonus, a bonus number 5. Now this is only good for the first 50 action takers. What if I told you that you can get all of your essential oils every single month, whenever you want them, 100% free? For the first 50 action takers, I'm going to allow you to copy my personal 3-step proven system that gets all my oils for free and actually pays me extra money each and every month. It's paid me so much out that I've actually been able to pay for all my preparedness supplies out of just this one strategy. And I'm going to share that with the first 50 people who take action right now today. Now just so you know, This is not a system that requires you to sell any oils or warehouse something in your garage. You don't have to do any of that stuff. This is for preppers. This is for survivalists. This is stuff that I've used myself and I use on a daily basis. And I'm going to teach the first 50 action takers exactly how to do this themselves as well. So these are the action taker exclusive bonuses as a recap, just the bonuses alone. Not only do you get the oils worth over $1,000, you get the 25% discount immediately off retail prices starting right now today. You get between 10 to 30% back in auto ship rewards credits for every oil order you put in for yourself. Also, you're going to get free online training, classes, and tools. You're going to get the special oil promotions that we do of the oil of the month. Actually, there's a free oil of the month every single month that you'll be eligible to receive. You also get the free pedal diffuser. That's the aromatic diffuser. You have the private ordering website in your membership area. You have unlimited private training and strategy calls. And for the first 50 action takers, you get to copy my Prove It system for getting all your oils for free. So if you're ready, here it is. It's the 100% pure home essential oils kit. It's got a total value of $1,010 right now today. If you order before Saturday at midnight, you can get the entire kit and all of the bonuses for only $275 plus tax. Again, I love going over and above on everything. And remember, for the first 50 action takers, you get that extra bonus where I'm going to teach you how to get all of your oils for free. Now I'm going to go above and beyond again. I'm going to give you my personal guarantee. Remember before I talked to you guys about having my own personal experience with the oils and being completely blown away by what they did for me? And then when I started learning more about them, realizing how much I didn't know, I'm going to give you my 100%, no questions asked, no risk guarantee that if you're not totally blown away with your oils, I will personally come out of pocket and buy back the remainder of your oils, no questions asked. You have absolutely nothing to lose. So you got 30 days to try it. I mean, how many times do you get the chance to really try it before you buy it out there? This is 100% personal guarantee. You will be blown away when you get to try the oils. At this point in time, you've got two choices. Option number one, you do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which of course is 100% risk-free, and that's your decision. If you want to go it alone out there and give it a good shot and hope nothing goes wrong and you're not going to need the oils, that's your first option, not a problem. The second option is that you make the small investment today compared to all the value that you're going to get in return and just give this thing a shot. Try the oils. And don't just put them in your closet, but literally try them. Start using them on a daily basis, and you're going to see amazing difference in your life. I mean, I could say this firsthand because this is what I've gone through. And at this point in time, being preppers, we know that you have to make a decision. You know, yes, no, right, left. You have to be comfortable in making decisions, so you just need to make that decision now. You know, option one or option two. The special offer expires this Saturday at midnight, so you have to take action. You have to act right now, especially to get all the bonuses. One of the reasons why you have to act before this Saturday at midnight is because next week we're going to start our next group of classes. That's teaching you how to use the oils, getting you set up, getting you in a place where you have the knowledge and you're able to use the knowledge and experience when the time comes. Because again, when it falls apart and hits the fan, there's a good chance you might not be able to get a hold of me or anyone else that knows what they're doing with this. So you need to know the stuff yourself to become naturally self-reliant, and you need to be part of that class. So you need to act before Saturday at midnight. And again, there's nothing to risk. It's 100% guaranteed. You're going to absolutely be floored by what you're going to experience yourself. So again, you get the frankincense, the lavender, the lemon, the melaleuca, oregano, peppermint, the respiratory blend, digestive blend, protective blend, the muscle and joint blend, all with a value including all the bonuses of $1,010, which includes 25% off this in every order, the free private strategy sessions, private website. You get the loyalty rewards program where you get up to 30% back in oil credits. You get the aroma diffuser, and again, you get my no-risk 100% guarantee. And don't forget, if you're one of the first 50 that order right now and take action, you're going to also get that free system that I'm going to give you, my 3-step proven system, how you too can get your oils every single month for free hereafter. But you have to act right now, and you have to order right now today. And again, that's only $275 plus shipping and tax. Now all you have to do is click the button that's just below to go ahead and order now and get things started. At this point in time, we've had a lot of questions come in. Now let's go ahead and take some questions here. We don't have a whole lot of time left, and I know that those 50 kits, at least to get that the essential oils system where you can get your oils for free hereafter, that's going to go really, really fast. So I'll try to get through some of these questions as quickly as I can. So the first question here is, how long does it take to ship the oils? The oils take approximately 2 to 3 days. Most places in the continental United States, unless it's over a weekend, of course, when things don't ship. If you're overseas, typically it takes 4 days to maybe a week to 2 weeks, depending on how far away you are. It doesn't take that long though, but they will be delivered directly to your door. They were delivered to PO boxes, wherever you need them to deliver to. It's not a problem, but it's very, very quickly, because one of the things I hate is having to wait around for things to show up after we order them. Sometimes with logistics it takes a lot longer, but this particular essential oil kit that we have, this moves through the mail very fast, and for good reason. We want to make sure that we get this in your hands as quickly as we possibly can. See, the second question here is, how long will they last? Now, we talked a little bit about this, about finding essential oils in King Tut's tomb. They'll last for a really, really long time, with the exception of the citrus oils that we talked about, the orange, the lemon type of thing. They do start to lose a little bit of their medicinal properties after about 6 months, so you want to try to use those up as quickly as you can on a regular basis. And like I talked about before, these oils are not for hoarding. They're not for buying and storing, in your closet. Yes, you can do that. Yes, they're amazing for barter, which we didn't get a chance to really talk about as well. You're going to need some things that are small and easy to barter with, that have a very high value. And I'll tell you what, when I was not feeling well, I would have paid anything to have that pain go away. So these are amazing things for bartering, for sure, especially in survival situations. So as far as how long they'll last, if they're kept in a cool, dry place, I think I mentioned this before, they will last for years and years and years, probably even more than decades. You can probably give them to your grandchildren, your grandchildren's grandchildren. But just in general, there's most of the oils themselves, they don't really have a shelf life if you keep them proper. That means they'll just keep on being useful. Let's see, the next one here is, how do I get can I get these at the health food store? Unfortunately, you can't get this particular type of oil at the health food store. Remember we showed that pie graph? The 100% pure therapeutic grade oil is a very, very small amount of oil that's available to the public. That's why you have to get them now, because if you don't, you're not going to just run out to the store and find these. So another thing too is, if you read the labels on the stuff that you might find out there about, you'll find, number one, that a lot of them are synthetic. Most of them have been diluted so that people can make more money with them, of course. And it'll say don't take them. Don't take the product internally, or sometimes don't even take it topically. A funny thing is, a friend of mine actually called one of those companies, and they said, well, why can't I take these internally? And they said, oh, I don't know, let me find out. And they went and asked the manager, and they came back basically and said, oh, our attorneys told us we can't say that on the label, so our attorneys advised us not to do that. And when attorneys get involved, that's probably not a product you want to work with, because they don't want to have any liability, which means they're concerned about liability. That's why these particular oils, the 100% pure therapeutic grade, you can take these internally, topically. They've been tested by third-party laboratories. They're very, very, very safe, and that's why I only use these oils with my family, and that's why I'm only recommending these to you. And yes, you can go out and get oils different places, and I can even order oils from China. Believe it or not, I've had some people contact me and said, hey, you should buy our oils from China. I'm like, yeah, I can make a lot of money, but that's not what I want. I want something that I can trust and feel good about. So, yeah, again, to answer that question, you just can't pick these particular type of grading. You can't pick these up at the health food store. They're very, very low amount on the market and very high demand for them. Okay, next question is, can I buy more than one kit? Of course, you can buy more than one kit. You can buy a dozen kits. You can also buy just a bunch of different oils. Remember we talked about the 60 different oils that there are out there, so you can buy any of those oils once you have the membership. And there are a lot more that we didn't get a chance to cover, but you'll learn in our training program that you'll get access to immediately afterwards. So if you want to buy more kits with that wholesale membership, you can buy a kit for everyone in your family if you want to and ship it directly to them. That means you don't have to have the kits shipped to you. You can actually just ship them right from the distribution center with that website that we're going to give you. So hopefully that makes sense, answers your question. Let's see. Next question is, are any of these oils made in China? Well, I kind of answered that, sort of. None of these oils are, quote-unquote, made in China, where, of course, you can make the most profit because labor is cheap, and also the quality of things in a lot of cases, not every case, but a lot of cases, cheap. That's not a good place to go, especially with health stuff. I would never eat anything made in China, because I just don't quite trust that. So no, they're not made in China, but they're all made in America. Just so you know, the oils are distilled on site Okay, then they're shipped in containers. I'll tell you the process. They're shipped in containers here to America, and then they start running through the third-party tests. Any of the batches every single batch, by the way, every container is tested. It's not like just one or two containers and they let the whole shipment in. Every single container is tested, and it's very expensive to test those containers. So when they do that, if anything does come back and it's not pure, they just reject it and they send it back. Okay, nothing ever gets bottled, and everything is bottled here. You're not going to have to worry about that, like made in some other foreign country that doesn't have regulations on health and stuff like that. So they're all made here. Next question is, do you offer a payment plan? I get this question every now and then from people, and you know what? Visa and MasterCard, they do offer payment plans. It's what credit's called. So if you want to use those systems, this is a great way to do, to buy preparedness. I'm not saying you want to go into debt on anything like that. I think that's not very smart to go into debt, but I can tell you this. If there's something that you know that you need to have and you can afford to pay in small chunks over time, but it's better to have it now than later when you can't get it, Visa and MasterCard is a great option. And I know that PayPal also does these things too as well, but I don't think we have PayPal as an option here. You can always give us a call too. We don't do payment plans or anything like that over the phone, but you can actually give us a call. Our phone number is on the top of this page. We are real people. We will actually answer the phone as long as it's within business hours and we're not on a phone call as well, so you can actually get a hold of one of us here. If you have any questions on how that would work. That also works for multiple kits. If you just want to buy a bunch of kits up front, we might be able to help you out with that too, provided that we have them. All right, let's see. How much is shipping and tax? That's a really great question, because shipping and tax varies from place to place. Sometimes there's a municipal tax, sometimes there's a state tax. That's why we just put shipping and tax, because we don't know what it's going to be until it processes the order. We can't do free shipping on this because we just don't know where it's going to. And it can get pretty expensive for this one because there's not much margin in this. So again, we're just trying to give you the best possible price and get it to you as quickly as possible. So tax typically is about $10, something like that, and shipping and tax. Shipping is actually, I think, $6 or $7, something like that. Like just a flat fee, we ship it out. And totally you're looking $15 on the average. So it's under $300 totally. But you'll see there are some places like I think New York State and like California where it goes to like $305-ish. Again, it depends on the municipality that you live in. But if you live in a place where there's high tax, you probably already know that. So hopefully that helps answer that question. See, we're running out of time here. So how do I get all 60 oils? Well, you can actually get the membership, and then you get all those 60 oils. You can buy them as much as you want, whenever you want. There are also a few other kits that you can get. And in full transparency, because I like to be fully transparent, once you put this order through, you're going to see an upsell. And the upsell, or the one-time offer, is basically going to give you a chance to upgrade your kit to get one of the bigger kits with more stuff in it. So if you wanted to get all the oils, you'll see that through the process, but you just need to put this in. And I've had some people ask me in the past, when they order and they see these one-time offers, will they be charged twice? Actually, no, you're only charged for whatever the kit is you choose the last. So if you end up going through the process and you decide to choose the Every Oil Kit, for example, then you're only going to be charged for the Every Oil Kit. You're not going to get Every Oil Kit and Home Kit. You're not getting all that. It's not like that. You'll just get whatever you choose, the very last one. Or if you have any questions, you can always call us too. Again, use that phone number. We are real people. Just be aware that we have a lot of people right now that are ordering and calling in, so we want to make sure that we get back to you. We might not get back to you immediately or answer the phone right away, but it'll be within a day or two. I don't think there'll be a problem with that. Let's see. Oh, by the way, too, with the all 60 oils, the great thing about that wholesale membership is you can set it up so that you can order oils every month. You order a certain amount of oils. Maybe you can't afford to get all 60 oils right now, but over the next 12 months, in order for you to take advantage of that 30% back, that guarantee, and all those promotional free oil of the month and everything else, I'll teach you my system of how I do this, and I maximize every dollar. I'm really good at that. So you get as much back and you'll save as much as you possibly can. Again, but you got to act fast because we're starting to run out of the 50 bonuses right now, the first 50 people. So you want to make sure that you get that in there as quickly as you can so I can teach you that system. But you can order, say, 5 to 10 oils a month. And over 6 months, 7 months, 10 months, you'll end up getting all 60 oils. But of course, you're using oils at the same time. You're using some of the different products so that you can start incorporating those into your lifestyle. So they go pretty fast once you start using them and you start incorporating them. But you will also want to have some to, of course, to stockpile and keep. All right, let's go to the next question here before we run out of time. Will I get to personally work with you? Actually, you will. This is one of the only programs that I offer that you will actually have access to me personally. That might not make a lot of difference to a lot of people out there, but for me, I always want to work with the person that knows the most, or at least that I believe that knows the most. And if it's a question that I personally can't answer, I will connect you with the person who can answer those questions, or I'll find them out myself and then share them with you. And that's part of our training program as well. So you can actually work directly with me. And I'm very selective about the people that I share, my own planning with, and people that I share some of the information that I have. Of course, we've got the magazine, we've got the websites, and the memberships, and the training, which a lot of that stuff's there. But for some people, they just want to hear it, one more time. But yes, you will get the chance to work with me if you choose to do that. Let's see, especially if you're one of the first 50 in, because then you will definitely get to work with me. Let's see, the next question. Can these oils help with diabetes? Here's one of the things I cannot say, okay? Otherwise, they will shut me down so quick because they have laws, and people that make all the money, they don't want me to say anything like this. So I can't say that you can use this particular oil for this particular illness. I can't say that, but I can tell you this. There are so many research studies on the internet, and the stuff that we're going to be teaching you afterwards, there's some amazing resources that we're going to give you that all these questions can be answered. So no matter if it's that one or there's a bunch of other ones, you can figure this out. Because remember, informed self-care is you taking care of yourself. So we're going to show you how to do that and how to get the information that you need to make those decisions properly before things fall apart. So hopefully that answers your question there. Let's see, how long does it take to see results? Results typically take a matter of minutes in a lot of cases. I know that I had again, I can't say certain, medical problems, but I could tell you this. I had a problem that was like super, super, super painful. I put a little basil, in this area, and instantly, relieved the pain. I mean, this is not smoke and mirrors. This is not me. This is me. If you trust me, if you know me, you know that I don't say something that's not true. I'm completely honest about everything, even when it gets me in trouble. This is the way it is. It worked almost immediately. And remember when I told you I had the illness, they told me the doctor, I went to the doctor, they actually checked me, they swabbed me, and they said, we're going to run a little test, and they ran a test, and they said, yep, you got this. It's going to be 3 weeks before, you recover. I'm like, I can't do that. So I took those essential oils that were recommended, for that situation. Literally within 3 days, I was back up. I was completely blown away. And my wife thought that it was a bunch of, hoo-ha too, until she had the same problem. The same exact thing happened to her. And then all of a sudden now she's on board, and she's telling everyone that she knows how to use the oils, and her family and things. So it's been an amazing journey, especially since I had a problem getting my wife into preparedness for a long time. She just was very reluctant to believe any of this stuff. She thought it was all conspiracy theory. And once she started paying attention to this and experiencing the oils and some other things like that, the oils were, for me, it was the bridge to get her on board. And that really made a big difference for me because I needed that support system. I needed someone that I could lean on. So I would say if you're having any of those issues yourself, you might want to consider the oils. It's a family thing. It's something you should really incorporate into your family life, and it might bring that other person around. I can't guarantee it. No guarantees in this world that we're even going to be here tomorrow. I mean, by be here, I mean be alive. So just kind of be aware of that. Okay, definitely running out of time. Let's see, how many spots do you have left? Actually, we're getting close to being out. There's still a few. A little more. Let me look. Actually, if you put your order in right away, you'll be okay. But you have to get it in really soon. We're running out of time here, so definitely don't miss that. Let's see. Do you really get all of your oils free each month? Yes, actually I do. Actually, I get more than my oils free every month. We spend $300 a month on our personal, what we use, myself and my family. Part of that's for stockpiling, part of it's for sharing with other people, because some people won't believe you until they get to experience it themselves. So we actually share a lot of our oils with people so they can have that experience and be like, holy cow, and then they want to, learn more about them and stuff. So typically experience is the best teacher. So that's what we try to have them experience the oils themselves. And then of course we use them ourselves. We hoard a certain amount of them and everything else. So yes, we do. All of our oils are free. And I will tell you how. Again, you have to get in quick to be one of the first 50 people, but as soon as you get in, I'll teach you exactly how I do it. Okay, lots of questions. I apologize. We're not going to get to all the questions. I know it already. Can I share the training with my friends? Yes, you can. Well, I should say yes, you can, as long as the video is available and it's before Saturday, this Saturday at midnight. You have to make sure that you send this over to those people. What I'll tell you what I'll do. For everyone who goes ahead and gets a kit and gets started before the Saturday, before the deadline, I will make sure that I give you a special link so that you can send people to watch this video that you know, because this is, it's lots of information. It's like drinking water from a fire hose. Okay, I understand that, especially if you don't know much about it. But I don't want to hold this information back. But I can't leave this out there on the web. Like, you can just go there and watch the video anytime, 24 hours a day. It has to be like a scheduled type of thing. The powers that be really don't want us sharing this information with you, and they work very hard to try to keep that out of the public. So anyway, that's just something to keep in mind. But I will make sure that works out for you. Just got to make sure that you get in like right away. See what is it? See if I can get through these 7 questions. At least 7 more here. What is It's hard to read this. What if I don't get results? Okay, what if I don't get results using the oils? Here's the thing with that. You got a 30-day guarantee. If you use the oils and you're like, it's just not, I don't know. I don't like the color of the label. I want to send them back. Send them back. I don't care. And the reason being I don't care is because I'll use them. Not a problem. Send them back, because if you don't see the benefits, we don't deserve your money, bottom line. And that's just the way I run my business. That's the way I run my life. If you don't get results, you don't see the benefits, then I shouldn't have your money, and no one else should either. So unfortunately, that doesn't work with taxes, okay? We don't see the benefits of that, but yet people still end up having to pay. Let's see. That's a whole other discussion for another time. Where can I find the research? 2 websites I'll tell you right now. One government website's pubmed.gov. Go check it out. It's huge amount of information there. Another one's aromaticscience.com. PubMed.gov is the one I recommend because there's over 40,000 studies on that website alone. Aromatic Science is pretty heavy about the science of it, so it's not. I don't even like to read it so much because it's too scientific. I'd rather read the studies themselves, or at least the parts of the studies. Let's see. Do I have to buy oils every month? No, you don't, actually. You can buy as much or as little as you want. And in order to keep and maintain that membership, you just need to put one order in a year, and you'll have that membership for life. That's it. And it's very simple to do. I recommend that you do every month, because that way you get the free oil of the months, you get those 30% bonus points back. And again, if you get in on that first 50 people, I'll teach you my system of how to get all my oils free, which is amazing. Like literally all my oils free. I get my oil order reimbursed every single month, which is amazing. Let's see. Essential oils can be dangerous if taken internally. How are these different? I kind of explained it. This is a very small amount of the oils that are on the market, the 100% pure therapeutic grade. These are the ones that are third-party tested from the different laboratories. They're the only ones that you can take internally, and the only ones that I will trust to take internally. And I only share with you guys the stuff that I trust. I mean, that's it. That's my bottom line rule. I won't share with anyone stuff that I don't personally use or trust myself. Let's see. Can you teach me how to use them? Of course, I'll teach you how to use them. All you got to do is get in. If you get in, we'll give you some training. I mean, the training comes with the program. We'll teach you exactly how to use essential oils on a regular basis, how to make your own soaps, how to make your own shampoos. Everything that you typically use right now before the collapse, we're going to teach you how to make it, and it's going to be better. And you don't have to wait until after the collapse. You can do it before the collapse even. Oh, boy. We're really running out of time. Let's see. Are they organic and pesticide free? Absolutely, they're organic and pesticide free, but they're not labeled as organic because this standard is so much far above organic that there's no standard like this. This is the only standard that you're going to be able to get out there. The best thing to do, like I said before, you can make that one or two choices. You either kind of go back to life as usual, and hopefully nothing happens. Or otherwise, you take advantage of this now and you start to make that change in your life. So I'd recommend option number 2. I was in option number 1 for a while, to be honest with everyone, and it was a huge mistake. And I'm so glad that things didn't fall apart before I learned how to use the oils and took option number 2. Okay, 10 seconds left. Will the offer be available tomorrow? It'll be available until Saturday at midnight because we have to start the classes. Okay, we are out of time, everybody, as you can see. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Make sure that you get that, you got to get your oil order in like today, like right now. Don't let life get in the way, because I know it does. Life got in the way for me for like 4 to 6 months before I ever tried the oils. I just kept, I'll try them later, and I just never did. And it was it was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life, especially in preparedness, the biggest mistake I ever made in preparedness. And I will never do that again. I will never buy something and not use it, especially when I'm being told point blank to use this in an everyday scenario. So anyhow, I'm sorry for the folks. We couldn't answer all the questions. However, we'll try to get email answers out as quickly as we can. So I want to make sure everyone tries to get, or at least we try to get all those questions answered. I appreciate you so much for staying with me through the entire time and learning about the oils, how to use them in preparedness purposes, getting healthy. I want you to be part of my survival community. I want to know you after this. I want to know that you have the tools that you need to survive and to help us rebuild society the way it needs to be rebuilt. And I really I'm strongly looking forward to working with those 50 people. We actually only have only a few spots left. I'm being told we only have a few spots left there. So if you're on the fence, it's risk-free, 100% guaranteed. Just get off the fence, try them out. And again, if you don't get those, if you are not totally blown away by your experience with the oils, send them back. Not a problem. You got 30 days. Try it before you buy it, kind of thing. So anyway, thanks again, everyone. And we'll catch you on our next webinar series. Take care.